Welcome to Machines and More, and welcome to Bali, Indonesia. I'm here in Nusa, where my hotel is. I'm going to explore some of the PC shops, but first some sights and sounds from Bali. Welcome to Machines Around the World. This is a special series of content that I've always wanted to make. And rather than just be a tech-focused channel centered on the gadgets, I've always wanted this to be a tech channel that showcases the people. I spent a few days here on the island of Bali already, enjoying the sights, indulging in the food, and most of all being spoiled by the smiles and hearts of the Balinese locals. And yes, it might seem like a bit of a strange route to take from the US to Taipei, but I did have this trip booked almost a year ago before deciding to also head to Computex afterwards. And sometimes the scenic route is the route worth taking. Over the last few days, I've visited the cultural attractions. I've done scuba diving in Nusa and jumped around with the monkeys in the monkey forest. However, today my journey has taken a bit of a different turn, and I'm led to the PC stores in Denpasar, Bali. Enlisted the help of a local driver. It's the gentleman driving the taxi today. His name is Umar. And how long have you been driving a taxi for?
Oh, maybe 35 years.
35 years,
yeah,
so
long time.
Wonderful. As I embark on this fact-finding experience, I'm also conscious of the fact that owning a computer in Bali is still something that is quite special, given that the local minimum wage is around 2.7 million Indonesian rupiah, or roughly 175 US dollars. And just for reference, an entry-level Asus TUF laptop is around 12 million rupiah today.
To Denpasar?
Yeah, to the computer shop.
Computer around 40 minutes.
About 40 minutes.
45 minutes.
Okay. And we first cross over the expressway bridge into the city of Denpasar. The Mandara toll bridge is about 12.7 kilometers long, and it's one of the most impressive overseas bridges in the world. And the toll, it's about 75 cents US. Driving in Bali to the outsider in me seems like an impossible affair, where the center divider on the two-lane roads seems to merely be a suggestion, as is the fact that there are only supposed to be 2 lanes. Motor scooters are par for course, and to say that the margins are tight here would be a bit of an understatement. Yet, there is a frantic beauty in all of this, and what looks to be disorder to the untrained eye is in fact a very well-oiled machine with hundreds, no, thousands of perfectly running components. Numan is an experienced driver, of course, and I've completely settled into a state of ease with his adept handling.
In Bali, always a little bit traffic sometimes.
He drives for a taxi company called Kauh Taxi, and while one will typically see a large number of taxis bearing the Bluebird logo in Bali, Yoman tells me that the Kauh company is locally based in Bali, while the Bluebird one is from the Indonesian capital of Jakarta. And I'm also told that Kauh has the nicer vehicles. We got a little turned around, but I think we're now on our way. Kind of figure out where this shop is. Our first stop is not easy to find, and we've made a few passes here through this tight neighborhood alley before we finally find this tiny little shop that is Agung Computer.
Agung Computer.
Like the mountain?
Yeah.
Mount Agung?
Agung, like mountain Agung.
What does Agung mean?
Agung is the name of someone.
As the name of somebody?
Belok kanan setelah Alfamart Nusa Kambangan. Di sebelah kanan. Mengikuti.
It seems like we're just about there.
Yeah.
All right, so we've arrived at the computer shop. This is Teuku Agung Computer. Let's go in and let's check it out. The shopkeeper kindly lets me check out their shop, and it really does have a distinct vintage charm to it. While it might seem like the products on display are a bit faded and past their prime, they did seem quite busy. And the great thing is that if you need a part for a repair, they're probably going to have it. And I haven't seen some of these things in what seems like forever. I'm glad that someone didn't just yank it off the shelf because it didn't seem like it would sell. Repair shops are in fact quite commonplace here, which is a refreshing thing to see. And it's always good to keep a computer in service for a long time rather than just piling up a whole bunch of e-waste. There is a small selection of laptops here, but beyond the vintage goodies, there's not so much in terms of do-it-yourself PC goodies or information on do-it-yourself PCs, but still a very worthwhile experience here. And yes, there's a lot of inkjet refill supplies here. So we're gonna go and check out another shop now, just in an area with a little bit more computers. At this point, we're off to our next spot, and although it seems like we're getting confident in finding these shops, apparently locations change, and after telling me to sit tight in the vehicle, Yoman jumps across the road in expert fashion. Of course, I'm a little bit concerned for his safety, maybe, and probably I don't need to be. Certainly, he doesn't seem to be concerned. Plus, he seems to have the ability to control traffic.
I hope Yoman makes it back safely. I'm not sure how he's crossing the street, but it's nothing short of amazing. Beyond Frogger. Did we find our way? Okay.
After we get turned around again, Yoman quickly phones his brother-in-law, who is apparently also into computers, and after stopping to chat with a few guys from a local scooter shop, we are set on the right path to a little shop on the side of the road called Teuku Laptop, which apparently it just means laptop shop. So we park across the street haphazardly, and Yoman dashes across. At this point, he motions for me to follow him.
When in Rome.
And knowing I am overdue for my initiation rites, I reluctantly oblige. And now, as you can see, I've officially risked my life for the content on this channel, folks.
Teuku Laptop. And it's a small shop, but you can see they've got motherboards, CPUs, basically anything you need to build a computer here, right?
It's also a small shop, and it's barely able to fit the three of us in here, but it's actually quite modern looking. And the shopkeeper, Anga, tells me a little bit about the computer culture here. Anga runs the shop full-time on behalf of his uncle, and his cousin also works here. A few telltale 10th and 11th gen Team Blue CPU boxes line this display shelf, and I quickly asked if that means they're officially Team
Intel
Blue here.
Yeah. CPU?
It's just for display.
Oh, just for display. Yeah. I see. So if someone wants to buy the CPU, do you have it here or do you have to order it?
We have it at our warehouse.
A warehouse,
so
okay.
we not usually display it with the product here.
Okay.
When people want to make a computer here, like for CPU or processor, RAM or storage, they will come here like, do you have, I want to make a computer set, so what you recommend? So we can recommend what part that like feel what they need. Yeah.
Okay.
Those that do choose to build a PC come here with a specific purpose in mind, and they're usually doing something such as AutoCAD, video or content creation, as opposed to straight AAA gaming. Here in Bali, he tells me, laptops are the preferred route for gaming as well as for general computing, especially amongst the university students. One thing I learned was that warranty and the duration of the warranty is a big factor for laptop purchasing decisions, and the preferred brands are those with good after-sales support, such as Asus, Lenovo, and HP. Your more basic gaming laptop will cost around 12 million rupiah.
Yeah, 12.
Okay.
12 million.
And then for a nice one, like
For next one, I can for now the 12 like it's for the tough game.
oh, okay,
From
tough
Asus.
gaming, yeah.
Yeah, 28 or 30 million, I guess.
And an upscale one with a higher end GPU will come in at more than twice that amount. It's very easy to see why longevity as well as reparability is a big priority.
Thank you for spending the time
Okay.
and talking to me.
My final stop was at one of the bigger shops in Denpasar. It's called Denpasar Laptop.
All right, we're here at our next stop, our last stop, Denpasar Laptop. Go in and check it out.
Here I meet Franz, who is in charge of the store, and his colleague, Romy.
Romy, nice to meet you.
And they kindly show me around the store while answering all of my questions. The owner of the shop is in Timor, and Franz is the supervisor here. The shop is much larger than the other two I visited, and it has many more staff members present. Franz also tells me that laptops are more popular for gaming in Bali, but he adds that the reason is space in Bali comes at a premium.
PCs need a special place and big electricity.
More power.
Power is expensive, and desktops consume more power, hence the preference towards laptops. I did ask around, and it seems like an average electricity bill is around 600,000 IDR or $40 US, which to my American mindset at first sounded like a bargain, but of course I had to keep in mind the standard of income here. So, in a place where you can buy prepaid electricity like you would get data for your phone, I can see why energy conservation would also be an important goal for the local consumer. Franz informs me that Intel still has cachet with the local enthusiasts, and while they recommended Ryzen 5000 over Intel 10th and 11th Gen, the 12th and 13th Gen Intel has been easier for them to recommend over the Ryzen 7000 CPUs. And one of the reasons there is because of the motherboard costs and the performance of the 13th Gen chips. But I don't really know why I get a strong impression, but Franz really strikes me as Team Blue.
Like your shirt says Intel.
For the PC building enthusiast, a special order from their warehouse will be the route to take as well. Here they also do repair work, and one of the staff members happens to be doing one such repair. From what I am told, the cost for repair is quite reasonable, and that would be to fix up this monitor. It would be somewhere in the 400,000 to 700,000 rupiah range, $26 to $46, and a logic board repair would be only just a bit more, and that really depends on the cost of the replacement component. Before I head back to my hotel and ultimately head towards Taipei, I do have one more quick stop at the Kota supermarket in Nusa to grab a quick souvenir. So while it seems like a stretch for many to do AAA titles here, there's a beauty in the simplicity of the elements and the resourcefulness, like the way the chef at our hotel knew exactly how to fulfill my Minecraft-obsessed son's breakfast request. During my brief survey here, I don't think I could comprehensively do justice to the Bali tech scene, but the smiles and laughter I've experienced underscore the most important component, the warmth and passion of the people here. Big thanks to Agung Computer, Surya Computer, and Denpasar Laptop, and of course,
I love you.
Mr. Nyoman.
And with that, we conclude our journey here. I hope you enjoy following along here, exploring some of the PC culture here, and learning something along the way. Suksama Bali. We'll see you next time.
Hope you enjoyed this segment. Please like, subscribe. Cheers from machines around the world, and I'll see you in the next one.